Yeah. Okay, there we go. There we go. So you see who I use as my thumbnail, the great Roy Jones Jr. Um, I just want to start this live stream talking about Roy Jones, right? Because that's what I was doing today. I was watching a lot of Roy Jones highlights and fights and just footage, man. In our era right now, I'm talking about the guys like in my age bracket, the 30-year-olds, the 70, 80s babies. We got a little brief of the Hagglers, the Hearns, Sugar Ray, and all them, but they was a little bit before our time. Unless you was like me, you was a gym rat, you was in the gym, you really didn't really know about those guys like that. But when you got of age, teenager, high school, grown man status, young adolescents, and all that, there was a fighter by the name of Roy Jones Jr. Y'all must have forgot. Arguably one of the coldest brothers, man. Like, you gotta watch some of Roy's early fights, man. Like, Roy was just like naturally just like he was on a whole nother level, man. A whole nother level. That's why I said, man, my opinion, this is the Jack's opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Roy Jones is one of the coldest. Listen, if not the coldest in our era, one of the coldest, man. Listen, everybody want to talk about Floyd. Floyd was cool, man. Floyd was undefeated, 50-0, TBE, and all that. But when you think about it, Floyd ducked a lot of smoke, man. A lot of smoke. He didn't fight Vernon Foster. He didn't fight Paul Williams. He ducked a lot of smoke, man. I don't want to say, oh man, who was it? I know it was on. Shout out to my man Jay Cross. It's on his channel. I think it might be Nate Campbell. It's one of the old vet warriors. They talk about how Mayweather turned down a lot of fights, man. Mayweather turned down a lot of fights, man. So when you turn down fights, man, but it's so obvious though. It's so obvious. I'm gonna tell you why it's obvious right now. It's so obvious that he turned down fights. The same way he's grooming Javante Davis. Look how he's grooming Tank Davis, man. Look how he's grooming Tank Davis. Tank Davis talks a lot of junk on social media platforms, but he doesn't take the big fights. Like, he still never fought Lomachenko, didn't fight Tevin Farmer, didn't fight Gary Russell, didn't fight Shakur Stevenson, didn't fight Ryan Garcia. But these are all guys that he has called out on one social media platform or the other, but yet has yet to fight them. So he's moving in the steps of his man, his mentor, Floyd. Because that's why I said I consider Floyd's on a Mount Rushmore, but I don't say he's the greatest fighter of my era. It's Roy Jones Jr., man, hands down. Like, losses is losses. It don't matter that Floyd was undefeated. Roy fought everybody. Roy came in damn near as a welterweight. Went to junior middleweight, super middleweight, light heavyweight champion. Come on, man. Like, what he did is like unheard of, man. Unheard of, man. Roy wasn't ducking no smoke, man. No smoke, man. If you was the best, you called Roy Jones out, you felt you was the best, Roy was fighting you, man. Yeah, sure, Roy got knocked out towards the end of his career. He was getting lumped up. But hey, that's life, man. That's life, man. That's life. But for Roy was special, man. My Mount Rushmore fighters for my era, Roy, Floyd's on there. You know what else I gotta put on there, man? Y'all might not want to hear this, Bernard Hopkins. B Hop's on there. Are y'all gonna say I ain't including no Latino fighters? Yo, Felix Trinidad did make my list, but once they figured out what he was doing with his raps, I had to take him off, man. Shout out to Tito, man. You got honor benchel. Because we don't know how many of your fights you was doing that, man. When B Hop and Nassim Richardson caught that. We don't know how many of your fights you was doing that, man. But you would have made my Mount Rushmore. Tito's friend's dad. Tito was a bad man, yo. He never recovered from that ass whooping B Hop put on him, though, man. At Madison Square Garden. That was after 9/11. That was a great fight, man. See, I'm kind of a historian, you know. Shout out to all the people, like I said earlier, a little video I did, man. Two Night, Raccoon, T-Rock, my man Chris. You know, this the loyals, man. The guys that really rocking with me, man. Watching me grow my channel. Shout out to Uncle Walt, Hands the King. You know, all the brothers, man. Even the sisters too. Shout out to Kim Davis. Shout out to Vanessa, you know, the sisters that's growing with me, that's helping me grow, keeping me pushing. You know? It's a grind, man. We here for the long haul, man, you know. Someone say, why haven't I been doing this, why didn't I start this early? Because I'm not really I like to be behind the scenes. I like to be like a real insider, man. That's why you see I know a lot of fighters, coaches, and all that. I be in the gyms. I'll be in the gym tonight, you know, at the rec, 6 o'clock. Probably bring my girls with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my wife got to go to work once I get home. So I'll bundle them up and take them out with me. It's a little cold up here. But like I said, man, just continue to watch, man. We got some big things brewing. Shout out to my man Jay Knight. Jay Knight said I need a show, man. I need my own show. But yeah, I got a show, man. We got the Jack Talk podcast. But I want my brothers to shine with me. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my brothers before I take care of others. Brand Nubian. But yeah, I'm a fan of everybody's shit on this, man. On this YouTube platform. I watch everybody. I watch everybody's shows. Even the ones that talk bad about my family. I watch their shit too. They just, you know, that's what they do, man. You know, they just, you know, they looking for that 2 minutes of fame, I guess, man. Julius posted in. Julius Henderson, yes. But shit, we growing the channel, man. We're growing it, man. I'm trying to get to 1,100, 1,500 subscribers, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got to keep grinding. Keep asking brothers to share these videos. What I really need to do, I need to holler at my man Monty Brown, man. Let him school me on how to do them when I go live like this, how I can get other brothers in it. You know what I'm saying? Like from other regions and get them to join on my lives when I go live like this so we can have that round table, man. Shout out to my guy, World Combat Sport. But yeah, like I said, Roy Jones is the best fighter in my era, man. When you watch this video, please drop a comment on who you feel your favorite fighter was, you know, from the era, you know. To me, it's Roy, man. I can't take nothing away from Floyd. Floyd was a bad man, but Floyd was a businessman. Floyd was a businessman, well-calculated businessman. Yeah, told you it's No Shave November. But I don't see, man. Hit the like button. You in the room, man. And leave a comment, man. We talking about The best fighter of our era, our generation. I said Roy Jones is mine. I said Roy Jones is mine. You playing pickable, I see, huh? You jumped in and jumped out trying to snaz. And I said it was Roy Jones, man. Leave a comment on who yours is, man. If you're going to jump in here. Roy Jones was the best, though, man. Yeah, yo, if Roy don't get the most, you know, for the fighter of our generation, our time, I don't know what dudes ain't really into boxing like that, man. They on some other shit. That's hitting the bed off, man. Nah, man. Keeping it rough, rugged, and raw, man. This YouTube shit is cool though, man. It's funny, man. You know what it is? I gotta start getting tapped in, right? You know what I'm saying? It's hard though, man. It takes time and like see some of the dudes that you see with these large platforms, they've been at it for years, almost a decade. Like my channel was what? I started last August. We a little over a year old, man. So I said we making progress. We making progress. Wait till I get fancy, man. You know what I'm saying? Wait till I get fancy and have the ads and all that shit popping and the intros and all that. We learning, man. We learning. And wait till I put this up on the splash page, so you know, you could just click on the splash page. Like I'm learning. I'm getting the toolage and the schoolage from the older heads, the elders. Like I want to say the YouTube elders. I ain't gonna disrespect them and call them the old heads. I'm gonna say the YouTube elders, man. I'm just a young master Jedi right now. A young master Jackal Jedi, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to go for 40 minutes, man. You know? Even if I don't talk about nothing. Even if I just groom you on how to critique your beard. Oh yeah, but yesterday, I ain't gonna front, man. Shout out to Fred Barbershop Conversations. But yeah, everybody knows I shook it up, man. My Kovalov story. You know what I'm saying? I jumped on Kovalov's bumper. I ain't really want to do it, man. Shout out to Buddy McGirt, man. Brentwood in the building. Buddy down there in Florida eating, man. But Buddy, man, your fighter, man. He won out, man. And he admitted it, man. I did one of the hard stories on it and it took off, man. It took off. Then everybody was jumping on a Goodfellas TV. I seen he did one. I seen Fred Barbershop. Or that's what's up though, man. You know, the more of us the talk on it, the better, man. Cause like I said yesterday, had that been Roy Jones, had that been Floyd Mayweather, had that been Sugar Ray Leonard, had that been Julio Cesar Chavez, had that been Miguel Cotto, had that been any other fighter, man, the press would have been eating that up. They would have been talking about how these guys have no integrity. How do you take a fight and you're not willing? You say you have no chances of winning. It was impossible to win. How do you even take the fight? They would have been throwing them under the bus, man. But like everybody else, like that article and that interview didn't exist, man. Shout out to the brothers that shed a light on it, man. You know, that's what we gotta do. We can't be quick to, you know what I'm saying, like want to jump on each other's bumpers, and whenever something's going wrong with somebody's life, or you know, like for example, shout out to the brother, man. Yo, I see you got the Wednesday. You put the grievance in about that suspension, man. You know you in our prayers, bro. Hopefully they break down the tape and they watch how you got. You know, we don't condone the actions, but you snap. Hopefully they see, you know, the cause was what that man did to you on the bottom of the pile. You got there's pictures, there's videos. The effect was you snapped, took your helmet off and went for broke, man. But like I said, man, this be grateful you was on that football field and did that, man. Because if you was anywhere else and did that, especially in the streets, at a club, at a bar, at a mall, anywhere at a function and did that, oh man, you was go. Yeah, you would have. Yeah, listen, man, you wouldn't have been the NFL player. Yeah, you would have. Yeah, you would have been the big bad black nigga, the big black ferocious nigga, the big intimidating strong black man. They would have threw you under the jail. They would have hit you with all type of. Well, they would have hit you with all type of assault charges with a deadly weapon, menacing. So you dodged the bullet, my brother. You know, just pray, man. I'm gonna pray to the ancestors for you, cause as far as like I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm gonna speak on that right now. I was gonna do a whole in-depth video on it, but since I'm here now and I got time, I'll touch on it now, right? Check this out, man. Yeah, y'all suspended the man indefinite, right? Granted, what he did was, you know, shock proof, shock video worthy. But to try to steal that man's livelihood behind one incident is crazy, man. It's crazy. Y'all didn't do that to Richie. It got whatever his name is. I don't want to say the wrong name. Y'all ain't do that to Richie when he did something like that. He's back in the league right now. Y'all look at him as a honorable NFL player, but a lot of the players say he's one of the dirtiest players in the league. Y'all didn't steal his livelihood from him. But with this, I hate to turn it into a black and white thing, but what this black man did, right? Y'all just threw him away. Like, come on. Come on. You didn't throw Richie away. That's all I'm saying, man. Now you trying to snatch this man's livelihood. Yeah, suspend him for the rest of the season. Fine him heavy. But to suspend him indefinite, like he's not gonna get back in the league. Like, come on, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And the NFL union, man, you cannot let them get away with that. Because they're trying to send a message, but they sending the wrong message. They sending the wrong message with that one. Word, they sending a straight wrong message with that one because they did not send that same message to Richie. Facts, man. So we cover all sports, man. Shout out to my man Carmelo Anthony, man. Out there with the Portland Trailblazers, man. That's a good look, man. Because they was doing Melo dirty, man. That's how they always do, man. Shout out to Steven Jackson and my guy, y'all got a hard podcast. Word. Matt Barnes, man. Y'all are raw, man. That's what the game been missing. The game been missing some real professionals. You know what I'm saying? Professional athletes that ain't scared to speak on the system, the politics of the system, and just the all out BS of the system. Getting this bid together. I was slumped over. I was tired, man. Still gotta go to the gym, man. I'll be in there for the youth tonight. I said, a brother tired, man. I'll be getting up at 3 in the morning every day. Or 3 o'clock, man. 3 o'clock, man. Some of y'all don't get out of bed till like 9. It's crazy. Can't be me. Can't be me. I might line it up tonight, man. I need to line it up. Go in the bathroom, play around. It's nice and thick, man. Nice and thick. Got time. I was hoping my man Coon up in Boston would have jumped on, man. Coon be trying to always go at me. He thinks that's how he can make a name for himself by going at me. by always disagreeing. Like, bro, give your opinion. Your opinion is always gonna be different. Like yesterday though, your comment. That's how I know you didn't read the article. Cause your comment was like, if you would have read the article, you would have been on point more. You would have been way more on point. But your comment, it just let me know you were just trying to. You didn't read the article, cause the article was self-explanatory. Like I didn't read nothing into nothing. All I read was the article. The man basically admitted everything that I was saying. Like, so for you to say, oh, the gag orders and the contracts, you could tell you didn't read the article. Or you was just trying to just get a shock comment in. If you read the article, there's no mention of no contracts or no gag order. The man just said basically took the fight for a payday. He didn't recover from Anthony Yard. It was impossible for him to win. Like, whoa. But we already knew that though. Shout out to Fred. Fred had Kathy Duva, Main Event Promotions. They worked out a deal with the Zone. Well, he's probably gonna get like two. I think what is it, 2 or 3 more fights on the Zone. So there you go. The deal was already in place underneath the table. It's just that we don't have the privilege of being around to confirm it, but you know what it is, man. If you really woke, should I say, or if you're not deaf, dumb, and blind, you know what it is, man. You know what it is. Excuse me. You know what it is, man. See, some of y'all. That's why I like watching Trill Boxing Talk. Shout out to the General 7-8 Sports, man. 7-8 be killing you, calling you monkeys, man. 7-8 be on your heads, man. Cause see, the brother be dropping them gems, man. See, some of y'all just like what he said today. I'm gonna reference something that he said today. I don't know if I'm gonna get it all the way right, 7-8, but I'm gonna reference it. He said, man, y'all like pit bulls, man. Yeah, yo, a pit bull I want to fight every other pit bull, but go like this to his master. Hey, master. Hey, that's what y'all like, man. He hit the hammer on the nail with that one. That's exactly what y'all are like, man. Y'all will be like, yo, your brother have straight facts for you. Your brother will come up out the store, right? He'll come out the store, just had purchased something, had a receipt in his hand, and you monkeys are arguing him down like, yo, you ain't pay that. You ain't pay that, nigga. I know you ain't pay that. Nigga got the receipt in his hands, but you dumb monkeys are still arguing him down. Just to argue. You ain't pay that for that. I don't give a fuck what you saying. Ignorant, man. You niggas is dumb. Deaf, dumb, and blind, man. Like, y'all gotta wake up, man. For real, man. You niggas gotta wake up, man. Facts, man. That's why I only build with my jacks, man. For real, man. I ain't going front, man. I'm on like my man. Shout out to Allen, man. Bang Bang Russell gang, man. I gave up on you niggas a long time ago, man. Word, I gave up on you niggas a long time ago. That's why I don't even engage with. Yeah, it be bozos that that you don't want to for your whole life. They from the hood, they from your community, right? These dudes will try to just go against you, just to think they looking ill. Like, no, you look like a fucking clown, dog. First off, you're a fan. You're not an insider. You don't get no inside information. That's why you be looking stupid. Because anytime you go against somebody that is connected, that has inside information, and you just, like I said, I'm gonna go back to it. Yo, you ain't pay that, nigga. I just came out the store with a receipt, nigga. You gonna argue with me? Go buy something. You know what I'm saying? My man just sent me a link saying something about. I knew that. That's a given, man. That's all he does. Well, that's what dudes do, man. That's what they do out here, man. They will go against you just to try to think they coming up or looking ill. Like, no, dog, you're a cornball. You're a cornball. You're a cornball. You're a cornball. Nobody fucks with you. Right, yeah. You are a straight cornball. And whenever, I'm going to tell you, that makes you look weak, if anything. Because when people look out, looking on from the outside in and they see that, they like, yo, these niggas is clowns. Wow. Why they arguing? Like, that's why if you ever notice, if I post anything in these boxing groups, right, and dudes try to like thinking they slandering or coming at me or just leaving a diss remark, man, I brush it right off like this. I tell them thank you for your comment. I appreciate that. Yes, your opinion is valued. I don't go back and forth with monkeys, and I don't give them bananas. Like, I know who I am. I know I'm connected. I know I'm a pretty much a boxing insider. For real. Like, I go straight to the source. Straight to the source, man. Whoa. Straight to the source. Like, this is real talk, right? I broke that what's the name fight first, but I had to take it down because that's how the powers that be. The Earl Spence Mikey Garcia fight. I broke that first. That's real talk. I broke it first. I posted it on my IG, and then I got phone calls that I had to take it down because that's how this game is played. Like, I guess my platform isn't big enough, right? They got to give it to the whatever the dude's name is from Fox over there. Like, I try not to get into all that, man, because all that shit is like, that shit is just corny, man, to me. Basically, at the end of the day, all that certain people gotta break the stories first and all that. Like, yo, that's corny. That's corny. Like, that's that. You know why that's corny? Because it's like it just lets you know certain dudes ain't really what they claim they is. They're not real journalists. They're not real media. Because that's what real media does. Like, you find the story, you write the story, or you talk about the story. With this YouTube, it's not a lot about writing. It's about talking. Like, see what we're doing right now? It's about videos. It's about sharing information. See, I'm learning the game. Jays. Look at my knuckles, man. Oh, man. Man. Shit, it's the gym tonight. It's the gym tonight. You know? Gym life. Shout out to my man, John Tucker. Shout out to Marley Tucker. Shout out to K. Sean Boyd. Them Suffolk boys, man. Shout out to Cassius Brooks. Them Suffolk boys. Yeah, we in the building tonight, man. Brentwood Rec. You already know I'll be down there rocking out with my young warriors. Might do a couple interviews, you know. Let my young boys shine, man. Remember those names I just said? They all young amateurs on the come up, man. They will be some of the next generation top pros, man. Top pros, man. Iron sharpens iron. My man, John Tucker is the truth. #1 ranked amateur in his weight bracket, 16 years old. He done put on a handful of you pros, man. What happens in the gym stays in the gym. Some of you pros be fighting on TV that he handled. Y'all know who y'all are. But y'all, I'm gonna close out right now. I ain't gonna close out. Peace. I appreciate that like. Listen, give me a comment, man. Tell me who your top fight is, or your era, or your generation, man. I already said mine was Roy Jones, man. You know? Tell me who yours was in the chat real quick, man. Who was your favorite fighter, man? Mine was Roy was the best. Who was yours, man? Let it be known. You know, I couldn't say Ali. I wasn't born when Ali was rocking, but I watched a lot of tape on Ali. Marvin Hagler, I was gonna say Hagler, but I was still like a puppy, man, running around in the gyms. I watched tapes on Hagler running around. I could have said, Meldrick Taylor, all those guys too. But for me, I always been in love with boxing. But when I was coming into my own as a young man, teenager, it wasn't nobody fucking with Roy, man. I used to beat niggas up and call my shots like Roy Jones, man. Facts. Well, I used to try to do. When I seen Roy do Vinny Pazienza like that, I did a dude like that in the hood. Facts, man. At the barbershop, real talk. Come out like this and then throw them uppercuts. Yeah, I did that because I seen Roy do it, man. Roy, you know what I'm saying? Roy was my guy, man. Who was yours, man? Pretty Boy. Yeah, Pretty Boy was bad, but it's two Floyds, man. It's Pretty Boy and Money Mayweather. That's why I couldn't say really him. For the generation prior to me, right? The 80s, because I'm a 70s, 80s baby. For that era for me, I'm going to tell you, man, it was two guys, man. My man, Marvin Hagler, they robbed him. He went to Italy, never came back. But the guy he lost to, man, he was like, I used to love Sugar Ray too, man. Because Sugar Ray was very, 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 very good at closing the show. If Sugar got you hurt, Sugar was finishing you, man. Sugar was a killer, ruthless. And he was very, 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 very sharp. Yeah, man. Sugar was very, very. I remember the first time I met him. I met him in Brooklyn. I was at the press conference. This was EJ fight. He was on the undercard. I was in the press conference. I did one of these. I looked to my left. I turned back this way. I looked to my right. Guess who was next to me? Sugar Ray Leonard. I was like, oh God, right? Yeah, me being who I am, I snapped out of it, right? I wasn't going to get starstruck, but I was starstruck. Because like I just told you, Sugar was one of my guys. So he looked at me. He asked me a question. When he asked me a question, I went blank, bro. Real talk. I went blank because this is Sugar Ray. I'm like, damn, Sugar Ray just asked me something. I just told him I didn't know. But then after I said I didn't know, I snapped out of it, right? I said, man, Sugar Ray, it's an honor to meet you, sir. I shook his hand. I said, yeah, you was one of my favorite fighters growing up. Because you was very, 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 I hit him with his line, very, very. I said very like 12 times. Sugar started laughing. That broke the ice. Then I told him who I was in there with. And that's when he told me EJ was the next one. Fast forward. What is it? EJ's the one. Yeah, man. Tonight, Roy, yes. Roy was my god, man. Roy was my favorite, man. I loved Roy, man. I loved him. I love Roy, man. Roy was like, Roy was different, man. Roy was like, Roy used to fight like a rooster, man. Like, if you watch some of his earlier fights, I'm gonna, after I get off this live, right, I'm gonna look some of his old joints up, and I'm gonna send them to you. You know how we do tonight. I'm gonna send them to you, man. Like some of his early, I'm talking about like early fights when he was like 5, 6-0, man. The shit that he used to do, oh my god. The footwork, you gonna love it, cause you got some nice footwork with you tonight, man. Roy's footwork and the angles and the movement. They would put his hands behind his back, like, Roy was just different, man. Roy was different, man. Yeah, man. Roy was just different. I gave Tito Trinidad an honorable mention, but then when it came out about how he was rapping his joints, Tito was my guy. Aguanite. Word, Tito was my guy, man. But shit, man, everybody have a blessed day, man. Do something productive. Always stay positive. Always stay focused. Because even though you're down, you can always come up. Remember that. You don't stay down forever. Everything must grow. As long as you nourish yourself, as long as you keep the positive mentality, sky's the limit. Like I tell all the young boys in the gym. Yeah, I got you tonight. Oh, yeah, I got you. As soon as I get off this live, I'm going to send you something, man. You too, my brother. Yo, your daughter is the next one. I have to tell you that before I close out, man. Yo, listen. My man Two Night sent me a video on Instagram. I reposted it. A whole bunch of people was checking it out. They was asking me. I was like, yo, that's my guy's daughter. They was saying how her hands is sharp. I said, yeah, I've been told them that. She'll pop off a couple of dudes' heads, boy. Don't get it twisted. Clarissa Shields, Raquel Miller, y'all better be on the lookout. My man Two Night's daughter is coming. Her joints is crisp, boy. Chris Sharp, man. It's in her blood. We're going to close on that, man. Hit the International Boxing Hall of Fame up for Pat Day. Yeah. Yes, she is, man. Hit the International Boxing Hall of Fame up for Patrick Day. 315-697-7095. We need the memorial for all the fallen fighters, man. Jay's all year, have no fear, we always in here. I holla.